Hey, folks.
Hey,
Hey,
it's Geoff.
it's Bailey.
2 meters away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of.
We're going to be bringing up a couple of different teas today. I'm going to be brewing some ancient writing, which is a PuEr from Yunnan. It is a favorite of a lot of customers and staff here, particularly this guy. So I'm very happy to have it back in stock. And Bailey.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Lunar Eclipse. It's a white tea cake. It's got some like floral honey kind of notes, so it'll be nice to kind of see what happens with it. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, two different cakes, both with very, very intense fragrance. Very, very different flavor profiles. Warm up our PuEr here. So for those of you who've been paying attention to our feed and some of the other stuff that we've been excited about lately, the Time Traveler comes from the same region as the ancient writing here, and there are some surprisingly strong kind of commonalities in the flavor and aroma. So when we give this a rinse first.
Let's take a look at the cake.
So this is a relatively young PuEr. It's from 2013, but already aging very, very nicely.
Why are you pouring the water back over it?
This is a new-ish pot, and we're just trying to get it as seasoned as we can. Not doing a ton of going through style service these days.
Ready?
Pretty clean despite the absence of filter.
Yeah. Mine does a lot of some of the kind of flavors and fragrances that you would find in Dancing. So as far as green PuEr goes, it is probably the fruitiest, most aromatic one I think that we've ever stocked here. Yeah, I could wax poetic about this for quite a while, but I think that maybe we'll move over to Bailey, who's going to have some aged white tea.
Perfect. Yeah, on that note, I do think it's one of the fruitiest PuErs. Somewhere between a Mi Lan Xiang from Old Tree and PuEr. So you get the gan, but on the other hand, you get the fruity, just gentle, satisfying flavor stuff.
All the goodness.
I just want to drink it all the time. It's so good.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is ours. This is the Lunar Eclipse here. So as you can see, it's quite nice and flaky. We got some holies. Yeah.
Yeah, nice that's been holding.
Let it open up a little bit. This one will take a little bit longer to steep just because it's a little bit more compact than what Geoff's leaves were. It's a little bit off all, but
On
it'll
the
still be good.
upside, this one is impossible to overbrew.
Yeah. With most white teas, especially for me, when I was first starting out with white teas, I never had my water hot enough, and I just thought that white tea tasted like water. And then luckily Geoff told me to warm up my water and not be scared to steep the white tea, so that's what I've been doing now, and ever since then, I've been a lot more excited for white teas. I have a few that are my favorite now. This one's really great. But yeah.
Beautiful
Very
golden
thematic.
brown.
The liquor of the teas we're tasting today.
Yeah. And I've already warmed the cups, so they're good to go.
You guys may have noticed we're not sharing sniffing cups and all that stuff. It's all for safety reasons.
Always using tongs.
Yeah,
Second
otherwise
pair,
would be
actually-
sniffing
oh, there we go.
would be sniffing fur cups as we usually did. Takes the tip of this guy.
These things make my hand shaky.
Oh, the tongs.
Yeah, they're like extra like to pick up. Who wants a tea? Second batch. This one's different, right? Yes. This one is the Lunar Eclipse. Oh. Go a little bit harsher on her, but still nice and sweet.
Yeah, that first infusion is always so, you get that like really kind of honey sweetness coming out of it.
Yeah, and yeah, you can steep these ones over and over and over again.
Yeah, both of these are very giving. The ancient writing, we've very comfortably steeped 12, 15 times and got really solid flavor out of it. The Lunar Eclipse is pretty giving in that way as well. And the nice thing is that you can get really aggressive with the water once you've steeped it a few times. And there's a very kind of dynamic flavor with that one. You start out with kind of more floral, honey, kind of sweeter notes, and then it develops a really pleasant, comforting earthiness in the later infusions. So if you come by and grab some, don't throw those leaves out too quick.
Or at least just come say hi.
That's true.
Yeah.
Suggestion for Lunar Eclipse: after brewing it a few times, you should boil it.
It
I think-
works very well as a stewed white tea.
You stew it after, probably steep 8 to 10 times and then just stew it. I think it works.
It works quite nicely. And if you do somehow manage to overboil it, a little pinch of salt will balance everything out again. And yeah, it brings out some kind of other interesting nuance that you may not notice otherwise.
Sweet.
Yeah. Drink of tea.